You're listening to the Webcast of Mass Discussion. This is W, along with Patrick McClellan. We discuss life, love, the lack thereof, fun little antics, little goofing, goofs, other stuff. And I forgot what my script's supposed to. What do I say here? Just intro the show and move on. You don't have to say anything else. You don't have to do the whole thing where you pretend like people are coming into your house and you're being a good host, because that's really annoying. Okay, fine. Webcast of Mass Discussion. Don't come on in or kick your shoes off or put your coat up or anything fun like that. Just listen in your car or at your cubicle. Not in my cozy sitting room with a fire going and all your friends and a nice cocktail and some good snacks, charcuterie board or whatever. Whatever your cold, still environment you're listening in, make sure it's that. Perfect, W. That's perfect. Moron. Yeah, I've got more on my comfy place to listen. Come on in, stay a while. Yeah, I don't think that, this isn't gonna work. The audio is already bad, and it's loud, and we're in traffic, and it's not a good idea. Yeah, it is. In fact, I just received the rankings for the best ideas, and it's one of the best ever. So, but you weren't ready for that bitch slap of truth, were you? No, I was not prepared for that bitch slap of truth. You're right, you got me. It's the best idea ever list is your idea to record a cast while we're driving in traffic. Is definitely one of the best ideas of all time, for sure. And that's definitely a real list. It is a real list. It's Joe list. Very good. Yeah, it's just there's too much noise in the car. Yeah, it's just it's not gonna be great. I got my Geek Squad hooked me up with the my mobile. I'm trying to say mobile a bunch. I heard some British guy say it, so I'm trying to say mobile. But it always comes out weird when I say it. Yeah, because nobody says it like that unless they're British. Petrol. Yeah, I'm just gonna start saying British stuff. See what people say. Call everything fags. Give me a pack of fags and it's like where I'm from, a pack of fags is very scary. You gotta watch out. They're deadly. I got received another list that's deadliest gangs, and yeah, the pack of fags is right behind the Rolling 60s and the Latin Kings. So yeah, but you can't say it in that. I thought you were talking about cigarettes. You shouldn't be saying that and referring to. Look, man, I'm just talking about what's dangerous. You either know it or you don't. You either have the keen ability to sense it, or you have a small militia of Secret Service people that are doing all the real labor. But you feel like you've got your hand on a swivel as well, even though you definitely aren't paying attention to anything. I did learn that you're supposed to find the exits anytime you go into a place, and you're supposed to keep one Chinese star in your pocket or something, just in case. Smoke bomb. No, I think that's just something from you saw in a karate movie. Okay, yeah, you're probably right. But either way, it would work. If you're in a bind and you got one smoke bomb. Maybe you get the next one. You also get a stink bomb. That's just as effective as anything I've ever. Those things are. When's the last time you messed with a stink bomb? I couldn't even tell you. Well, let me tell you, I've done it recently. Because again, I told you I like antics, I like goofing, I like hijinks, and yeah, I ruined last Easter. Thought it'd be funny. I pretended like I had a stomach ache and I was farting a bunch, and then I did a stink bomb, and it was, yeah, I mean, I had multiple family members threw up. We had to move into the Four Seasons for a couple of weeks so they could do something with the smell in the house. I mean, it was an absolute disaster. It was kind of similar to, have you heard of that, what's that stuff called that they're using as a, it's like a protest deterrent? It's basically, they invented like this shit spray that it's kind of like it's called, I think it's called skunk. Good name, great name. But it sprays this horrible smell on you, and you can't get it off, and it burns your eyes, and it's just one of the worst smells possible. And they're using that for crowd control and like any kind of riots and stuff. But okay, and I swear to God this is true. You can look it up. It's gonna sound extremely racist, but this is actually a real true fact. I verified it. I looked it up. This is real. I didn't say Israel. I said Israel. So yeah, that skunk stuff was the Israelis did invent it. Obviously, of course, they invented something like that. Yeah, you saw that from a mile away. But a police force in India got some of that skunk stuff and tried it out, and it didn't work on the Indian people. Because they're so used to like bad smells that they weren't even bothered by it, which is crazy. It was making the other people like faint and throw up and like really bad, and they like didn't even know they got on them. Isn't that funny? Yeah, you're right. That is pretty racist. Well, I mean, look, that's true. You can really look that up. I mean, what do you expect? They're a bunch of slum dogs. They're in the mud. They got trash everywhere. I mean, it's not. We still love them. I'm just saying that. But that is a real thing that happened. So please, nobody can get mad at me. Feels like I've been on the Indians' case lately. I had that. Blew up the Uber driver last time. I was talking about their music. I didn't even talk about what that car smelled like. Can we? Is it possible to do an episode without some insane racist take? No, probably not. Sorry, that's where. Sorry, I'm kind of a sick, twisted puppy. I like to, push boundaries. I'm Shane Gillis. I like to push boundaries. I'm always looking for the next race to make fun of. Well, check out that Cybertruck. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But honestly, though, yeah, it's dumb when I see it. But truth be told, I'm thinking about maybe suing Elon, because when I was little, I designed a rhombus car, and it would look very similar to that, and or was it equilateral or something? I don't know. It was a cool shape, and it's almost identical to that, and I invented it already. Mine was driven by Abe Lincoln, so put somebody cool in there for sure. But yeah, so I think I've got a pretty big claim there. So let's see if I might get litigious. Litigious. It sounds like the name of a black lady. She's like, what's up, y'all? I'm litigious. I don't think so. I've talked to the hands to fix it. Listen, I'm litigious. Okay, dude. All right, dude. That's another racist joke. It does know that litigious does not sound like if it was litigious, maybe. Well, hey. No, I think it still works. Okay. But no, I don't think it sounds like a black lady's name. Well, agree to disagree. I gotta order me some of that skunk and spray it on you. Please don't. Okay, I won't. I was just kidding. It's a great name, though. It's like, what's this? Oh, it's a terrible, pungent thing that you can spray on people. Oh, yeah, skunk. I like it when things are named like properly. Yeah. Yeah. What's like? Oh, yeah, that's a good name. Sometimes they completely miss the mark, and it's not a good name. Yeah, like what? Hey, look, don't put me on the spot. I will put you on the spot. No, don't do it. Please don't. It's not very nice. If you put me on the spot, I'll cry. Well, don't cry. Don't even fool me. It hurts my feelings. Because I'm very easily tricked, and April Fool's Day is honestly, it's a very stressful day for me because it's just riddled with me getting tricked. Just deaths. I mean, all sorts, and everybody's doing one, and it's always some innocuous thing or something. I don't know what innocuous means. I used to thought that was just like a different kind of set of binoculars. It's like, okay, I've had binoculars, but I've never used the inoculars. Is that the virtual reality thing? I'm on my Inoculus VR, riding one of those, playing one of those roller coaster games. Truth be told, when those first came out, I had one of those virtual reality masks, and the roller coaster game actually made me throw up because it made me so nauseous and it was so scary. And there was a pterodactyl that almost bit me, and it was very overwhelming. I was like, I don't want to be in this realm. This place sucks. Roller coasters suck. I was like, I'm not even moving. And then I almost fought that guy because I was pissed when I had to take that off. I was like, no, I'm sitting in a chair. You can't make me ride a roller coaster and have a pterodactyl chase me, you punk bitch. So that's pretty much what happened there. Okay. Yeah, I told him. Said you ever make me look like a fool again? I'll tell you this. I'll email somebody. What are you gonna email him? I don't know. I'll write something mean. Okay, dude. I think that'll accomplish much. You ever got an email with a presidential seal? What if it was a presidential seal and it was just Seal singing "A Kiss from a Rose," and he's a president of something? Pretty good character. Hey, I'm a presidential seal, and I'm here to tell you that there's nothing kissed by a rose about elderly abuse. So remember, if you're not a Caribbean lady that's just pounding on these old people in the retirement communities, then you shouldn't be hitting them either. I know they're easy to hate. They're annoying. They're curmudgeons. They're complaining. They're all. I mean, I believe me, hitting them is what we all want to do, but it's not the right thing to do. So I'm Presidential Seal, and this is yeah, you heard me. And there's nothing. Compare me to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Stranger, I feel. Shout out to the Batman soundtrack. I love a good Batman soundtrack. Do you? What's another song on the Batman soundtrack? I'm the Joker and a smoker. I'm a midnight toker. Yep, Steve Miller Band. It's on there for sure about the Joker. And when he comes out, it's this song. All right, that's pretty funny, but no, it definitely isn't. Well, there's the one that's like, I'm a Batman, and you know I'm gonna. No, that's not it. I'm a sharp Batman. New belt, new cape, new car. Every girl's crazy about a sharp Batman. Is that anything? No, that's ZZ Top Sharp Dressed Man. You just made it into Batman. All right, well, do some trying stuff. So you Kiss on the Rose, the only thing you remember on the Batman soundtrack? Yeah, I think there's a bunch. I think the Joker maybe had some exclusive acoustic songs or something where he was like, "I'm so sick and twisted. This is why I smile," or something. I don't know. There's something about him dancing and being a clown. He's got a squirting feather. He's got a squirting flower. Okay. I also like the Spider-Man soundtrack. Do you? Yeah, what song is on that? I had that Chad Kroeger, Nickelback. A hero can save us, but I'm not gonna stand in your way, or something like that, along those lines. Hell yeah, man. I love heroes. And they can save us, honestly. They definitely can. They're important. It's an important time to have heroes. Okay. I think we made it here. It's honestly not a bad idea. I think we're just gonna park. We have to finish this thing. can. We can finish it, or we can. Yeah, you're talking nonsense. So I'll well, that was only 15 minutes. That's not great. Who's not a grape? All right, dude. All right. Well, we're gonna pop in and hit some thrift stores off. We're we got a big night, and yeah, W1 is looking for some cool T-shirts. Yeah, I am trying to get my drip. You feel me, twin? Stop saying twin. This is about the third time you used it, and I didn't say it the other times, but now I'm kind of tired of you doing that. Say less, twin. Okay. All right. Well, we are. I'm saying that there's going to be a break, but it's going to come right back for you guys. So it's really not going to be anything you're going to have to wait for. So we will be back in just a second. And we're back. Wow. Welcome to the afternoon zoo. Wow. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Okay, that's just a bunch of noise. I'm now. Yeah, I do sound effects now. It's just wow. I don't know why there was a. Yeah, why'd you put a jungle cat in there? There's always a jungle cat. Yeah, that's true. You're right. Actually, that's a good point. My bad. Should add maybe another cat. Maybe another kind of different jungle cat. Yeah, hell yeah. I love it. I love a good cat hiss. I thought you said cat piss for a second. Well, no, I definitely didn't. One of the worst things. I said I love the cat hiss when they're like, wow. I love that. It sounds badass. They're just cats a rule. Sometimes they also, at the same time, they don't also rule as well. So it just depends on who you're dealing with. Much similar to people. It's like, hey, could they be the worst of all time? Of course. Could they be great? Yeah, obviously, yeah. Yeah, those guys rule. For the most part, I'm a big fan. They can jump high, and they're always taking naps in different containers. I can relate to that. Cats always have like an affinity to build a clubhouse, and I have that same want. I always want to build a clubhouse. So every time they're just jumping around and they're snuggled up in some sort of box or some bag, I'm like, man, y'all don't even know how good you got it. You're meowing around, you're playing with yarn, you're sleeping in bags. Man, that's my dream. Your dream is to play with yarn and sleep in bags? I mean, kind of, yeah. It's not bad. Like a good comfy bag. Maybe like a basket with a towel in it. Oh, that's like it might as well be a modern waterbed for a cat. Just got a basket with some towels in it. Yeah, that's a Tempur-Pedic. I can't think of a good cat purr. It's a Tempur, like purr, P-U-R-R. Yeah, you did it right off the bat. You're good with the wordplay. You're Jason Mraz. Please don't call me Jason Mraz. Are you going to bring up the fedoras that you always bring up? I was going to, but now that you said that, you made me look like a fool, so no, I'm not going to. No, I love it. It's a pretty good bit. And honestly, they're quality fedoras. The Mrazzle Dazzle. Exclusive at the Buckle. Yeah, I know. It's not really a bit. It's honestly for the truth. And I hear he's expanding into knit polos and like those shirts that Charlie Sheen always would wear, the bowling shirts or whatever, where you look like you're a greaser. Yeah, he's moved into those kind of shirts as well. So the Mrazzle Dazzle lines, that's high fashion in my opinion. So potentially going to replace Tommy Bahama, the Mrazzle Dazzle. So something to watch out for. If you're looking to get in early on some stocks, the Mrazzle Dazzle stock's going to be a real good one. Is it going to be a real good one? Did he just come out as gay or bisexual? I can't remember which one it was. I can't either, but I mean, I feel like we already knew he was bisexual. I mean, he had a song called Geek in the Pink. What are we talking about? Or Mr. A to the Z? Like that's bisexual lingo for sure. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Man, I love that first record of his, Waiting on My Rocket to Come, where he's rapping and it's pretty tight. I mean, it's kind of tight. Waiting on the rocket to go. Yeah, that was pretty tight. Yeah, you're right. Shout out to Marazzle Dazzle. I'll have to play some Maraz on that. I'll have to add him, pop him back on the playlist. I wasn't a big fan of like he went real Jack Johnson with it. So he's like, yeah, you got to watch out. Some guys, if they find a uke, it's actually detrimental to their career. It's like, oh no, because they hear it, they're like suddenly they're bewitched by the islands. They immediately hear the uke and they're just like, wagwan, what the? Suddenly they become a rude boy. I'm the white lion, the general. Yeah, that's what happens. They become island. They become the island boys. You never want to become an island boy. Yeah, those guys are a fucking mess. Creeps. They look like they look like creeps. Pretty much, that's about it. All right, well, we've started a pretty jovial return to this episode, and we're still in the car. But I want to make a quick complaint about the route that you've had us on has immediately run us straight into construction traffic with lane closers. Look, I had my earpiece in. I had some inside information, and truth be told, I got some bad traffic information. And again, truth be told, it's really lengthened our trip in the car here. So, oh man, it's even going down in even more lanes. What kind of construction could they possibly be? What are they doing on the roads? What are they even doing? I don't know. Painting the stripes, or yeah, they're probably just. I don't know what they're doing, but I can't trust it. Anything involving concrete or people closing lanes and driving those weird construction cars that definitely look like police, but they're not. They have flashing sirens, and you're like, are you a cop? Can you get me? I can't tell. And there's something about that makes me mad. So you have the sirens. That's definitely enough to warn me, but is that at some point impersonating an officer? Is that something we can ask? Are they stealing valor? I want to know. Call me Joe. Call you Joe. Oh, I want to know. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, 90s R&B, buddy. You know nothing about that. You're not sensual enough. Okay, well, no, I am very much sensual enough. I love 90s R&B, but yeah, I got it immediately. What do you mean? So I can be your and more. I want to know what makes you smile. Yeah, but Joe's awesome. It's pretty sick to just go by. You single the first name. All right, now performing his brand new hit. Here's Jeff. Here's Chris. Chris is about to sing a song. Oh, the artist Chris. I don't know. There's just something ballsy about that. There's like Prince and Bono and Madonna and all these people with one name. They're sick. Cher. And then he's just like, no, actually, I'm just Joe. He's like, oh, what? Do you really like coffee? No, that's my name. Yeah. Don't worry about my last name. Don't worry about it. Okay. You want to come up with something cooler? Nope. I'm Joe. I'm performing tonight. So I always thought that was sick. Baby, what I gotta do to please you? Anything you say, I'll do. Man, I wish can we end this cast and just throw on some jams? Throw on some razzle? Maybe hit us with some curbside prophet. I'm just a curbside prophet with my hand on my rocket and I'm waiting for my rocket to come on. I'm just a curbside prophet with my head on my rocket and I'm waiting for my rocket, y'all. Yeah, that song is pretty tight. Usually with a guy with an acoustic guitar that starts rapping, maybe there's not many things I like less than that. I mean, white guys doing acoustic rap covers. An actual rapping it's bad, but not as bad as turning rap songs into like acoustic ballads and making them a song. That shit pisses me off. It's like, no, you don't get to do that. Whatever song you think you're gonna do. Although now that I'm saying that though, what if I did an acoustic "Wanna Be a Baller"? That'd be pretty tight. Is there some acoustic guitars? Just wanna be a baller, shot caller, 20-inch blades, and just sing it all folky. I got to get better, man. I got to move on. Switch the Motorola to a Prime Code phone. Used to ride chrome, now they're all rolling dicks. Nobody knows what he's saying. He's mumbling a bunch, right? Is that mumble rap? Is youngster mumble rap? It might be. Yeah, I've always talked about this. Like, obviously, that's some classic rapping, but he's just talking gibberish. Talking about being the mayor of the Himalayas. Like, you're not gonna be the mayor of some mountains that are in fucking Malaysia or whatever, or Nepal. It's like, what do you mean? You're not gonna be the mayor of the Himalayan mountains. The Sherpas would not allow that. You don't even have a chance. So I hated that line. Broke the boys out. Youngster running on recliner, wood on the vinyl, TVVCR laid back on recliner. Yeah, this voice. They used to ride a chrome, now they all rolling inches. Yeah, when you get a name like Youngster, it's like, well, what are you gonna do now that you're no longer you become oldster, middle-agedster? Or do you put like in parentheses, I'm old now? Or do you put like not so youngster? That's what I would do. I'd go not so youngster, and then I'd put some kind of weird emoji and number in my name to make me all modern, like all the modern people are doing. You know what everybody's doing now? They're just using their video game, their handle, to just be their rap name, which is kind of tight. Yeah, if that was the case for me, I'd be well, I don't want to tell you what I'd be. Well, I kind of want to know what was your handle. Don't worry about it. It wasn't that clever or anything. It was just man, bushy pubes, 69-420. Bushy pubes. Yeah, I know. But my name it's my name, you know. And it's funny. Hey, and those are back in style now. I see them on TikTok. All the girls yapping about their giant bushes. And I'm like, hey, it's good for the brand. Because I mean, it's us, it's me, it's the rock band that sing Glycerin. Glycerin, don't let the days go by. Hell yeah. And then pubes. Those are the three main. Oh, the beans as well. I forgot about them. And the plant. Yeah, so there's a few bushes out there, but yeah, that's all I want to say is that they're back in style. And that's good for the brand. So I can't believe you taught me into going this way. I literally had conflicting information on my app, and you just can't believe I let you convince me to. And it didn't take 10 seconds before we ran into it. I mean, the second we went over that overpass, it was like into the worst traffic possible. Yeah, well. It's a crapshoot sometimes. I mean, it's not. I can't. Well, like a helicopter flying over us, like that. Like Kid Cudi in that one movie where Jesse Pink, whatever the guy that played Jesse Pinkerton, Jesse Pink, whatever that guy. Jesse Jesse Pinkman. Yeah, there's a movie where he has to like drive fast or something, some sort of dangerous race. And Kid Cudi's his buddy, and Kid Cudi's his buddy. Good bar. That's a bar. He's like a crazy pilot or something. He steals air. He's just flying around in helicopters and airplanes the whole time, giving air support. Shouts Kid Cudi, the original, just emo boy. He's always just so emotional and sad and in a perpetual nego prism. So I'm not sure you can say that about a black man. No, I said. Oh, okay, I see what you did there. I said nego prism. That's about negative. When you get trapped in your own negative thoughts and you spin out, that's what that is. It has nothing to do with race. All right, I don't know. That's not what I heard. What, anyway. Okay, so so my main complaint is that I listened to you and now we're just punished. I mean, instantly. Yeah, well. You want me to fire him? I'll fire him. Yeah, who gave you the bad information? Yeah, it was Steve. Well, yeah, I figured it was Steve. What did Julio say? Oh, Julio's off. He's off for a week or two for his daughter's quinceañera. We should. Why aren't we going to Julio's the daughter's quinceañera? Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. Now I think that he's hosting in his Waxahachia or whatever Waxacha or whatever that weird town in Mexico that has just letters that don't work. They have all ancient Aztec letters. That place. And so yeah, I'm not gonna pop over there. I'm not trying to get Yeah, I mean, maybe we can Montezuma in. Did you hear what I did there? Yeah, that's pretty good, man. Honestly, so you you're trying stand up is really got your critical thinking and your wit much sharper. I think when you did win a little overboard with the voices on the last episode, but I was waiting to pick my spot. Hey, you never know. I mean, we've already got perpetual portals that they can pop in, and even if we're moving, if the real devil, the space devil, and I'm trying to figure out if there's another devil I can figure out how to get another kind of devil as well. Maybe I'll turn in the high pitched whore voice into like a slut devil or something, sex devil, horny devil, something. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm gonna just have a bunch of devils. They're gonna pop in, and well, don't you want to get some other kind of characters? Well, yeah, I did that. The ghost that just wants to open cabinets, and that guy's pretty good. That's fun. Where he's like, hey, sorry, I gotta really inconvenience you right now. I'm a ghost, and I'm scary, and I'm gonna unplug the TV, and I'm gonna turn the lights on, and which I've always thought that's pretty funny. I mean, I'm scared of any kind of specter or phantom. But it is very funny that like there are these. It's an evil spirit from hell, from ancient realms, and all it does is just like knock pictures off the wall and like. Oh, speaking of youngster, knocking pictures off the wall. There you go. Nice, very nice. It's just very funny. Just like this evil monster entity creature that's malevolent, but all it can do is like move a chair a little, make a swivel chair turn a little bit. It's like. Make a kid's Power Wheel Jeep roll a slight bit. It's like, okay, well, yeah, you definitely your evil knows no bounds. You got me. Oh no. But every once in a while, then they do get more powerful, and they can pull some pretty scary stunts. But I just think that's funny. But they're just like the most they can do is just be annoying. That's worse than being like really like. Dangerous. I think that's scarier. It's just someone's like, God damn this fucking idiot. Just putting the phone off the hook, like turning off your alarm so you oversleep, turning on all the lights in the middle of the night and they're rated stereo loud, changing the TV channels. I mean, that's all very hilarious stuff. You're right. I'm telling you. Well, that's why they're number one on my hijinks list right now, and that's playful spirit. But sometimes they are bad and they're mean, but they're still kind of doing the same kind of stuff. Just it's the intent behind it. It's what you got to watch out for, because it's all. I mean, they can only do the same stuff. So it could be a fun teen ghost that died tragically in a car wreck, but they're just trying to play. They're just having some mischief, some fun mischief. But at the same time, the stuff they can do is limited. So you could have some sort of spirit of a hell horse that also is doing the exact same thing, but it's from a very, very sinister place. So you just gotta kind of get in tune with what it is, When did you get so into the paranormal? When did you grow a pair of abnormal testicles? What? I don't know. I couldn't figure out what I was gonna say. I wanted to just say abnormal. I said para, which is pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I wanted to. Since we're in traffic and we got nothing to do here and we're recording, why don't you? We were gonna get into your stand-up, some of your bits. Yeah, for sure. My only issue with this is nothing about the material. I got no problem burning it. I got so much. I have double the amount that I already have because I've been channeling Ra again, and Ra's got at least probably 30 to 35. That's pretty good. Yeah, you've been channeling Ra again? Great. What's Ra talking about? Honestly, Ra, basic stuff. It's funny that a crazy deity like that is just has some of the same kind of problems. Just everyday kind of stuff. Being the sun god, solar flares, melanoma, sunspots, that kind of stuff. Space being very scary, that kind of stuff. What about the space devil? Well, the space devil's got nothing to do with in this instance, but technically he does, because he said everything in space everything controls everything bad and terrible in space. So that, he actually would have something part of this. So you're right. Yeah, I got I received a very positive, supportive DM about the saying that they love the space devil. Yeah, he's kind of grown on me like over time. Like at first, right when I was like, oh man, I hate this guy. He's got the dumb voice in the song, but yeah, I've been I'm kind of coming around on that. And also, I'm very weakly minded, so the second anybody says one opinion, I'm instantly swayed. It's like, oh yeah, you liked it? Okay, well then obviously Space Devil rules. So that's how easily I'm manipulated. But what I was gonna say is, well, if I'm doing bits here, like you can't, like I don't want you to fake laugh. And you probably wouldn't anyway, because you don't even when it's funny, sometimes you don't laugh. So so that's gonna be weird. I'm gonna just feel like I'm in a bomb for sure. Well, what if it is a bomb though? Well, it could be a little bit of both. It probably will be. But still, yeah, it's gonna be a little awkward. But I'm gonna try to be a trooper here. I'm trying to be a super trooper, pooper scooper. Cool. And also another thing that's an issue at hand as well is I don't see very well at night, so I've got my notes here so I can remember some of the stuff. So I don't know. It could be I don't know. I'm gonna do my best. So I'm sorry for loading you up with all these negative thoughts. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Yeah, he said he had no fucking idea what he was talking about. I know. I said the same thing with him, and he was. What? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna do my best, and I'm just no more negative Nancy. No more negative Nelly Furtado. Nelly Mercado. That's the Spanish version. Okay, very good. Anyway, all right. So first of all, how did your first set go overall? We talked about it a little bit. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, there was a couple of definitely. So there were some bits where I was pushing it a little bit, and people were none too pleased about the subject matter. But I mean, hey, that's just the kind of comic I am. I'm kind of a bad boy, so nothing's off limits except for. There's a few things, but no, actually, bro, I don't think there really is. I'm not gonna say the N-word, but I might get close though. No, don't get close. All right, I'm not gonna say it. I mean, I would say it in like a supportive, like it would be in a cool way. I'm not in a bad way. And I was thinking, like, I kind of got jealous of the Kanye outfit. Is there a way if I can pick a different color that's not involved with the KKK in any way? Can I wear something like that? No, you probably shouldn't, but I mean, maybe I could get you a dunce cap. That's kind of similar. You can just have a dunce cap on. Well, I don't want to do that. That's bad. Yeah, no. But that's the only thing that's kind of close to that. Or you can dress up like a handmaid. Yeah, I don't want to do that either. I'm way too promiscuous to be one of those ladies. Okay, no, okay. Well, okay, so yeah, obviously I felt like I needed to start off with something. You don't have to do a behind the stand up here or any kind of. You don't have to give a backstory of what you were talking about. I mean, you can give some insight, I guess, but you don't have to say what you were trying to do or what you wanted to do. Or you can just do some of your material. Well, okay. Well, You're not gonna like this. No, I know what you opened up with. So I came up, I was like, "What's up, everybody? Hey, that guy over there, look at him. Oh, what's up? Oh, this guy likes it. Oh, what's she? Hey, lady, where'd you come from? The dress barn? Got her. I want to start off with my crowd work, so I was real quick crowd work. Oh, cool. Well, the jacket guy's here. Look, the jacket guy got it in. Oh, and his friend, non-jacket guy. Oh, and here's Hat Boy Hilly, and his good friend, Glasses. And who else? Who else is sitting in here? Oh, there's the slut table. Y'all are gonna like this. Y'all, is that a bachelorette party? What's a divorce party? You're celebrating getting a divorce? Man, that's diabolical. That if you give me any trouble, y'all are getting thrown out instantly. I don't really like anything about that. Yeah, that's not the kind of vibe I'm trying to bring. What did she just say? I believe she said, what are you talking about? You did 9/11. Oh, I knew that. See, I knew that was coming. Did not do 9/11. Yeah, get them out of here. Yeah, y'all can go. You can come back for fucking Rob Schneider or whatever, whoever the hell you want to see. Come back and see, I don't know, the cast of girls do a play. I don't know, whatever y'all are into. I don't want to disparage any of the good female comics that you probably would want to go see. So, all right. Anyway, man, I've been really digging in on Egypt lately, and I don't know. Are y'all anybody here familiar with Anubis? You know that he's an Egyptian deity, and he's got the head of a dog, and that's how dumb that is. It's like he's got abs and he's got the head of a dog. Y'all heard of him? Anybody? And he's carrying a scepter, but mainly he's got the head of a dog. It's like, hey buddy, sit, Anubis, get out of here. I don't know. He just bothers me because his whole thing. He's supposed to weigh your soul to decide what your fate is in the afterlife, and it's like I got to talk to this dog, and he's got my fate in the spiritual realm. It lies in the paws of a dog with a scepter, and all the depictions. He always has abs. I got a dog-headed guy with abs, and he's going to decide where I'm going in the afterlife. I don't fucking think so, buddy. I'll give him a treat, and maybe that'll work. If he's gonna go negative on me, I'll just give him a treat. Play fetch or something. Or maybe like he'll get distracted and he's about to weigh my soul, but a black guy walks by and he runs out and chases him. So I'm pretty sure he's got the head of a dog, so he's predisposed to chasing and being racist. And I'm being told it's the head of a jackal, so that seems like some sort of dog. So I mean, that's probably worse than a dog. I don't know. Jackal sounds definitely more racist. Actually, no, a jackal sounds like that's a black name. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, Anubis, yeah, he pisses me off. Can't weigh my soul, you dog-headed idiot. Go, why don't you go eat some Alpo, dumbass? Why don't you go to the dog groomer, get a haircut, moron. Why don't you get your shots, take your heartworm medicine, you stupid dog-headed idiot. RW, you're probably sticking on Anubis a little too long. I thought you said a nudist. No, I didn't say a nudist. That'd be funny if you did, though. I'd be like, yeah, for real. That's funny, though. If anybody, a nude, yeah, you ever been to a nude beach? Man. Honestly, a nude beach, you think it's going to be all hot and sexual, but no, it's honestly, it's really a good confidence builder, because you're like, man, I don't have the smallest wiener in the world. I mean, it's close. It's definitely, it's in the running, but you see it's not as I don't know, in your head you feel like everybody's got like hammers on them, but no, it's not. It's actually quite the opposite. Or it's just guys with tiny wieners are predisposed to going to nude beaches because there's something very powerful about the penis. walking around with the confidence saying, yeah, no, I know this thing is, yeah, no, I know what I'm working with. But keep in mind, now I've got the, I've got the work ethic and the attitude and the ability to really be sinister. So, and that's what it takes to be successful, or to be either a capitalist or an imperialist. You have to, have a tiny wiener and want to expand your. Yeah, you know what it is. Man, but Anubis, he has the head of a dog, right? Yeah, he did. Yeah, I believe you mentioned that. What's like? Who else? I mean, what kind of other deities are there? They got the the Sphinx is like a guy's head with cat body. So he's got cat paws, and the Sphinx is another one that it's just some cat monster with a guy's head that does riddles. Apparently, this whole thing, he was a big creature, and he would give people trying to come into Egypt he'd give them a riddle, and if they got it wrong, he'd eat them. It's like, goddamn, you kidding me? I've been traveling through the desert in just the most dire conditions possible. Finally made it to this amazing, technologically advanced for the time place. So happy, and then no, I can't get in because a cat monster is fucking giving me the riddle that a troll under a bridge would give me. Give me a fucking break, cat guy. Get out of here. No, I'm not answering your dumb riddle. And it's just something I don't know. And it's always just something silly. It's like, what tree lies in the forest but is also in your mind as well? It's like, no, I don't know. I can't think of abstractly like that. I'm not answering your riddle, cat monster. Get the hell out of here. Why don't you go eat some catnip? I wonder if if I just had a laser pointer with me, I could really get the Sphinx off my case. I feel like that seems to be the approach with these deities. You just got basic anything with pet that works on pets seems to work on these deities. What would you use on Cleopatra? I'd probably some cheap eyeliner. Not a good liquid eyeliner, like one that's a bad one that's gonna either smear or just not be dark enough. That would really ruin her mood. Or I'd get a batch of spoiled grapes, so like when her boy toys try to feed her, they don't taste good. That's actually a pretty good one. See, I'll take her down too. King Tut, I don't know. He's something about him. Didn't he die with a wiener or something? Yeah, he died with a wiener. So you did this whole chuck on Egypt? No. Well, there you go. You just wrote on stage. You just added some stuff. You can talk about the Sphinx. You can talk into different deities and the pet thing. There you go. I told you I was just born. I was born to do this. I mean, it's not that good. I'm just saying you've got some premises to work with. You've got some stuff to make that, to spread that chunk out some. And you might want to look into some actual punchlines in there. Well, that would be. No, I'm not that kind of comic. I like my jokes are subtle, and they're kind of like they're kind of like smoke bombs. Yeah, you've been really on smoke bombs lately. Yeah, it's the karate movies. You were right. Yeah, I know the karate movies. I mean, smoke bombs are pretty tight. So you're saying your comedy is like it hits you out of nowhere and it blinds the senses and leaves without warning? Yeah, actually, pretty precisely, yeah. So it does exactly that. Okay. No, that's okay. Fair enough. We might... No, I thought we were about to be out of the construction. But guess what? We're not. It's going down to 2 lanes. 2 lanes. What is it? A college in New Orleans? 2 chains. What is it, a rapper? Yeah. It's a rapper. Okay. Well, that's a good response. Okay, I don't know what to do with that. Yeah, I'm just yes-anding. Well, you're about to... Yes. You're about to... Yeah, you're about... Okay. No, that's a good improv person. All right, my bad. You're being supportive. I apologize. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to think what I did next. Oh yeah, I went to yeah, this is a racist bit. People aren't gonna like this too much. Well, don't say people aren't gonna like it before you say it. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. I had to go to the mall. I had to go to the mall and get some. I was trying to get some pants with the buckle. No, I wasn't trying to get Marazzle Dazzle fedoras for the buckle. I was trying to get some just good quality denim. I was trying to get some just good quality denim. I think the recording cut out for a second. Yeah, I got it back. So anyway, I was what I was saying about the denim. I was so I had to go to the mall. I hadn't been to the mall in quite some time, and at first I walk in, I was nostalgic. You know, I saw the food court. I was like, well, I'm gonna definitely hit Sbarro. I'm gonna see if I can snake a couple of extra pieces of delicious, treats that they're passing out in front of the other restaurants. It's usually some Chinese place, and they're handing out some sort of chicken. And I don't know, I just got real pumped, and then I was like, reminiscing. I wish that there was a KB Toys, and I could pop in and buy me some toys. Aren't you a little old for KB Toys? Look, buddy, KB. I know it's Toys R Us where a kid can be a kid, but it's like, hey, KB Toys is more like when an older guy can kind of be a creep, but not a pedophile creep, just gonna buy their creepy toys. They still have those kind of stores though. You go in there and it's like it's all Funko Pops and Legos and like, and you look at the clientele and you're like, God damn, this is awesome. It's like everyone here is 100% carrying a deck of Magic the Gathering cards, and I'd say probably 50 to 75% of them are definitely playing as girl characters on some RPG on their PlayStation or Steam Deck. So yeah, they're playing as girls for sure. So that's what we're dealing with at these places. Anyway, okay, so that's what. Oh, sorry, I went on a tangent there. Well, I hadn't really stepped into like really where the stores were at before I was greeted by somebody who's diametrically opposed to the older white mall consumer, and that's the rowdy black teen. Man, they're rowdy, they're loud, they're confident, they're brazen, and also that's probably one of their names. All right, are you gonna keep doing the racist name bit? Yeah, I actually am. Yeah. Okay, so one of their names is Brazen. Yeah. Brazen Jackson. Okay, you don't have to throw a last name. Somehow makes it way more racist. Maybe not. Maybe that was his actual legal government name. Maybe it was. I'm just saying. But so okay, there was this like black guy. He was really bothering people in the mall, and he was obviously riding one of those Segways, and he was on a Segway. I guess you can rent him, or maybe he was an off-duty security guard. I don't really know. He was a teen, and his friend was on one of the hoverboards. And you thought, just when you thought that those were going away, nope. You go to the mall and they're still riding. Don't say they're still riding them. Well, they are, and they're a menace. And so the main guy, he seemed to be the leader. He was, man, I was blown away by this. He was on a hoverboard or a Segway. Also on speakerphone with a lady. And it appeared that the lady wanted no part of that conversation. They were both like just kind of sitting there on FaceTime or something with speaker, but not really talking to each other, which is probably the blackest way to communicate. Is to be on FaceTime and just to kind of like not be directly acknowledging each other while somebody's running an errand. Man, if I had a nickel for every time that I was around some lady in CVS and she was just on the phone with her girlfriend and on speaker or FaceTime, and they weren't even really talking to each other, but once in a while they'd reconvene, I'd have more than a handful of nickels for sure. But anyway, so he's on a speakerphone, and I guess not talking to his lady, or I mean his boo thing. Is that what they're saying? Their boo thing? I don't know. his bae. Yeah, I guess he was distracted by not talking to his bae. Something, or he was scared that Stella was going to get her groove back, or who knows. But, okay, and I wish I was making this up. But that's why it's just insane. So yeah, so he gets distracted by Boothang, or whatever we decided to go with. And he crashed a Segway or directly into a foot action, into a sneaker store. And my first thought was, man, that's insane. What are the odds? What are the odds of that? I kind of looked around to see if I could kind of link up with somebody, or maybe start riffing. A comedy mind. It's got going. But I mean, I was thinking that, I mean, that's like an Asian guy crashing his drift car into a room full of people squatting down, smoking cigarettes, and gambling on some mysterious towel game that Westerners aren't allowed to play, without some old Asian guy with a foggy eye leading them through his store into the back, and also and have some sort of language that their letters are Sudoku puzzles, and their Sudoku puzzles are words, and their bats are soups, and you know what I mean. You get what I'm trying to say. And then I was thinking about that there was there's a subset of Asians that really don't get the kind of they don't get the run that everybody else gets. There's the math Asians. There's the, I don't know. I'm not going to go into all of the tropes, but there's sea shanty Asians, and they're real disheveled, and they're just boat people like anybody else. They're pirates, and they're the boat Asians. People don't talk about the boat Asians very much. Sea plunderers. I mean, they got eye patches. They got weird pets. I mean, you can't understand anything they're saying. And yeah, and then you got to worry about Captain Brackbeard. Brackbeard is crashing into something, because I mean, can they drive boats? We don't know. I mean, the boat's just out there adrift, a Tokyo drift. All right, that's pretty good. I mean, that was extremely racist, but pretty good. Okay, well, yeah, but that was a long way to go about saying rest in peace to Han. Han, may you drive a heavenly car with a spoiler so large it actually makes it looks structurally unsound. In heaven, you're racing for pink slips in the clouds with some sort of light version of Dale Earnhardt that actually holds no prejudices based on race. Yeah, he is a racist, but he's just because he loves racing so much. All right, he is a huge racist. I mean, show me where the lie is. He's always talking race this, race that. So yeah, he's one of the biggest racists I've ever seen. I mean, wouldn't a racist hate racists? Anyway, okay. Yeah, man, I'm just realizing how racist this chunk is, and man, no wonder people were none too pleased on that. It wouldn't a racist hate racists? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip this anti-Semitism right here. There's really no time and place for that. But I did come up with a character while I was sitting there thinking, and it's Dr. Phil McGraw. Well, it's Dr. Phil Krav Maga, and he knows there's Israeli self-defense, and he's Jewish. Is that anything good? Adam Ray's Jewish, and he has that Dr. Phil character. Maybe he can implement a Dr. Phil Krav Maga. Or you could go Tim Krav McGraw. And he'll just sing, he's Tim McGraw. Singing about somebody kidnapping his child or something. Yeah, remember that song, Don't Take the Girl? It's like, what the... Man, I'm on the way to... It's early, I'm in my early morning commute, and I gotta hear this shit. Fucking asking him to kids are dying of diseases, and Tommy Thompson, and best friends are Bo, and they're all dying, and people are in love and other people are dying of cancer and AIDS, and I might be confusing that with the plot of Forrest Gump, but somebody gets AIDS and somebody dies. I can't remember what it was. Somebody sees dead people, but I think that's something else as well. Okay, anyway. Man, I can't. I'm kind of hung up on that lady yelling at me almost instantly that I did 9/11. You actually heard a guy also yelled that earlier. I mean, a little bit past that. That you don't think you heard. Who did? Yeah, the guy in the back, and the guy that was sitting in the back. Oh, the Indian guy right there. You're saying I did 9/11? Well, that's better than you doing a 7/11. Yeah, then everybody really pulled back on that. Well, I couldn't see. I really couldn't see he was Indian. I was just, I mean, obviously because his skin's very dark. He was one of the darker skinned ones. So, come on, man. No, he for real. It looked like he was from Sentinel Island. You know those scary Indians with the spears, and you can't go to their island because they'll throw a spear at you, and they'll eat you or whatever. Man, those tribes that have no idea what's going on in the world are what a bunch of idiots. I mean, come on. I mean, they're probably happier? Yeah, for sure. But also, you gotta, yeah, maybe they don't have to deal with all the modern, the modern psyche, but at the same time, they're terrified of a giant metal flying witch that's just an airplane that just will sometimes fly over. And they gotta be like, what's that flying witch, giant metal witch? And that's you're thinking about that thing being out there flying around, you gotta be pretty scared. But anyway, so yeah, I didn't. So yeah, my bad on that. I really couldn't see he was Indian. I apologize because that's racist if I did know that. But yeah, so that's a good. I feel like that's a good time to go into my famous Indian boy band bit. What do you mean famous Indian boy band bit? That was your very first time on stage. Yeah, well, time can't even restrain my viral material. Like it already happened in the future, so it already was, and it already was viral and popular and legendary before I even said it. So yeah, time's a rhombus, time's an oval. You know what I mean? The Earth's a flat circle. I'm not even gonna acknowledge that. So okay, so what's the bit? Oh, I just say it's what if boy bands were Indian? That's pretty good. Well, I mean? Yeah, you ever heard the? I mean, they're extreme. I know other people like the Bollywood and all that, but have you heard of the Deepak Street Boys? All right, that's pretty good. And their hit song, "I want to smell badly. Tell me why won't you send me bobs right now? You're never going to see me bathe. I work in RT." That's the most racist thing I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, I know, but I mean, I had to just dig in on that. I want. You didn't think that's what I want to smell bad? Okay, no. I work in IT. Okay, well, all right. But yeah, that's easily the most racist thing I think I've heard. Yeah, well, that crushed, and yeah, I even made two black guys run around and they tried to give me one of those fancy dance handshakes. And that's when I was like, hey, I was like, homeboys, calm down, calm down. I'm not doing any magic, so don't get scared. Don't run around. About to hit you with a Shyamalan surprise. Sure, yeah, the Deepak Street Boys were popular, but not nearly as popular as NSYNC singing Mumbai Bye Bye. And then I do the whole puppet. I do all the choreography. Mumbai Bye Bye. I don't want to do. Just another Indian on the top of a train. You may hate me, but I'm Indian. Mumbai Bye Bye. All right, that's definitely instinct. Come on, man. Well, it ties into that skunk stuff I was talking about. Yeah, the racist stuff where you're saying that Indian people smell bad. All right, well. You know what I really don't like? That's I'm sure I'm not alone on this, but when TikTok says corn instead of porn, it's like the okay. Well, actually, it actually does make sense to me because it's called a head of corn. Get it? Haha, get it? W. It's a head of lettuce. It's an ear of corn. Well, then let us get some head. Am I right, fellas? Well, that's a pretty good riff there. That's pretty insane, honestly. Yeah, pretty good. It's good. Yeah, you know who else is insane? A posse of clowns with a dream to look dumb as hell and have a squad of the most retarded guys on earth. And they're a full posse. But they're actually, and they're also a good percentage of them are also helpful cholas. So that's just a nice little ICP joke. Yeah, see this. Yeah, this is a racist set. I let the record show that I do know that, and I was after doing all that, then I rewatched As Good as It Gets the other night, and it starts out pretty tight. Like the very first scene, Jack Nicholson just throws a dog down a trash chute because it peed, which is very funny, very good. And then a little bit later, he goes into this little restaurant, this little diner, where he harasses that waitress. And he like screams, "I got Jews at my table." And then he says, "Looks like your appetites aren't as big as your noses." Wow, that's great. That's crazy that he said that. That's very funny actually. Yeah, I thought so too. I was like, whoa. I was like, I could not believe he said that. That's nuts. So you were just gonna comment during a stand-up set about somebody else's Jew joke? Yeah, it's not a good. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. All right, what else you got? Well, here's something I've been thinking about. How come euphemisms for penises are fun and silly, but the vagina ones are gross? Like moose knuckle, taco, beef flaps, just disgusting. And I'll tell you why it's the case is because pussy is absolutely gross. You ever been around one of those things? Man, you gotta solve a riddle just to figure out how to. You gotta fucking trick the Sphinx just to figure out how to get in the entrance. And that's it. That's even if you could stand the smell. It's like a witch's bog down there. No quiero Taco Bell mamacita. Besides, I only eat plant-based. And it's also way too scary of an endeavor to even attempt to figure out what's going on down there. You need a Nintendo Power to tell you where all the hidden parts are. It gives you a map. I gotta get that Nintendo Power and it gives you the glove. I use the glove to start fingering again. I'm gonna get the duck hunt gun. But I'm gonna use that one. I'm gonna use that to play duck hunt. Do you play duck hunt? You know, speaking of duck hunt, Nintendo. You know, honestly, Bowser wasn't so bad of a guy, huh? And sure, we don't know if he's a dragon-like creature, some kind of ancient kaiju. If he's a turtle, we don't. He's a turtle. Yeah, he's a turtle. Definitely a turtle. He's got shells and he throws. Yeah, he's a turtle. What? Oh, that sucks. Oh wait, that changes. Hold on, I'm gonna have to rewrite this. Now his actions seem very worse, much worse. All right, never mind. I stand corrected. Bowser is as bad as they say. You know who else was misunderstood? No W. I was going to say Wilco. They have a song called "Misunderstood." I was sure you were going another route with that. Yeah, you thought wrong. You think left, I pivot right. You think right, I jump and do a flip in the air, and everybody's mesmerized by my athleticism. Okay, W. Okay, where was I? Misunderstood. Anyway, yeah, Hitler sure did like screaming in German, didn't he? Okay, yeah, that's what I figured you were doing. Man, can you imagine if he was Chinese? Like what would he even be saying? What would he be screaming from a misty mountain? Would he be floating around all mystical? Man, can you imagine if Hitler was Chris Rock? Wouldn't that be crazy? He'd be all like, Holocaust. I'm talking about a Holocaust. There's a master race and there's the Jews. You talking about a Holocaust. You ever been walking by a concentration camp and you wonder why some of the prisoners are alive? Holocaust. You really talking about a Holocaust. That's an insanely good Chris Rock impression. And also extremely, I mean, is he? Yeah. So what if Hitler? The bit is, what if Hitler was Chris Rock? Yeah, something like that. Holocaust. You talking about a Holocaust? Got the in the concentration camp over the Holocaust. I'm talking about a Holocaust. No, really, that's right. Okay, I had no idea you could do that. You ever wonder why walking by a concentration camp and you wonder why so many prisoners are alive? You want them dead, but somebody are alive. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, but yeah, I've never actually wondered that. So okay, so that's kind of a work in progress. It's just the what if Hitler was other things thing. So your first one was what if Hitler was Chinese, and then you just say he's screaming from a misty mountain. Yeah. And then just like kind of like a hidden crouching tiger, hidden dragon type thing. He's running up the walls and floating around some blossoms. Anyway, okay. Okay. The Chris Rock, the Chris Rock, Hitler as Chris Rock is legitimately funny. Holocaust. You talking about Holocaust? All right. It's crazy. All right. Man, Adderall, huh? More like Matterall, am I right? Man, why are those guys on Adderall always so irritated? Is it so annoying to have laser sharp focus and the drive and mental fortitude to complete your goal with precision? Does that perturb you? What's that? Your penis is so small from Adderall it went back up inside you and your girlfriend saw it and no longer respects you? Actually, okay, yeah, that is pretty irritating. Okay, never mind. No, I was wrong on the Bowser one. I'm wrong on this one. Okay, case closed on that. No, I'd be pretty upset by that as well. Yeah, Adderall penises. It's got to be the smallest penis you can have. Yeah, girlfriend should never. You can never be anywhere near. You can never see your Adderall bird. That's it. I'm like, man. Yeah, it's wild how it's incredible how tiny they can get. So yeah, yeah. Never mind. Okay, so then that's why they're mad. That makes sense. All right, I'll do this one, then I'm gonna get on out of here. Y'all ever do 9/11 and people stop liking you all of a sudden? You know, it was all fun when I did the finger guns at the Korean Prime Minister, but all of a sudden a couple towers fall, and now doing the Macarena at the French ambassador's wake is appalling. Man, it's just a little fun psyop. It's more of a prank. I like pranks. In fact, I've been trying to get on Impractical Jokers for years now, but now that 50% of their the cast is are sexual sex offenders and rapists, yeah, I'm not really itching to get on as much. But I truthfully sent Sal a bunch of messages. Man, I was just born to do one of those grocery store challenges where you have to you have to go in there and embarrass yourself, and you have to ask strangers what aisle the boners are on or something like that. And I mean, I say dumb shit every day. I'd mow right through the embarrassment in a grocery store. Well, everybody would immediately recognize you. You're George W. Bush. I don't know. That's not necessarily. I have one of the best disguise guys, Kenny, my disguise guy. Man, he could make Timothy Chalamet look like Clifford the Big Red Dog. You'd be surprised what his prosthetics and elaborate backstories that he also works in can do. Man. And maybe I'll do a costume change right here and I'll come out wearing a beret, looking all French. And then I would just talk about how I'm a chili pimp from Memphis. I want to make sure that there's no player haters and player hating. And make sure there's nobody's player hating. Well, then why would you be all dressed all French then? Where do you think pimping came from? The menage a trois, Pepe Le Pew, French bread pizza. A true player recognizes game when he sees it. I'll tell you this: pimping ain't easy, but neither is competing in one of those speed puzzle events. So anything worthwhile is going to challenge you. So making women have sex for money and give it to you is worthwhile? Sure is. I don't have to do anything. I just got to dress like Steve Harvey and say bitch a bunch. You are legitimately a moron. Hey man, pimping ain't dead. It just moved to the web. Do you even know what that means? Yeah, of course I know what that means. It just means that pimping was the name of a very wise spider. And it went back to the web to write a cryptic message to warn its pig friend in the city that the pork authority is onto him. Yeah, I've been writing some Wallace and Gromit like fan fiction cartoons where I kind of loosely steal the plot of popular children's books, but then I make it cool as hell. Okay, like what? You heard of Given Tree? Yeah, I've heard of the Given Tree. Well, I've got the Talking Tree, and it's doing stick-ups. Okay. Get it? Stick-ups? Anyway, the Talking Tree's kind of a racist story about an African-American tree that likes robbing people and taking their money to buy flashy tree jewelry and sneakers. W, come on, man. I mean, I definitely want you to finish the synopsis on this, but I do have to say that this might even be more racist than the Deepak Street Boy lyrics and Instinct. Okay, you'd think that, yeah, maybe at first glance or first listen, but see, this has a lesson in wisdom embedded, so it's not really racist. Okay, what's the lesson in wisdom to be gained from this? Honestly, it's really to highlight the epidemic of tree-on-tree violence and the high percentage of trees incarcerated. Oh, and the talking tree is always late and says he's right up the street, but he actually hadn't even left the house yet. W, come on, man. Well, yeah, the main character's name is Tremaine Branch. All right, is that the third racist name? Pretty good, huh? Tremaine Branch. Man, I'm honestly the character hound. Nobody names characters like me. All right, well, what are some of the other characters in the talking tree? Okay, yeah, there's a racist plantation owner that he has slave trees in his orchard to make fruit against their will. And his name is Ray Sism the Third. So yeah, there's Mr. Racism, and his wife's name is Pog. Okay, W. Anyone else? Oh yeah, there's a nice cameo by the actual Given Tree. Given Tree pops by. He shows up at the end, and it's just came from its nice crime-free white part of the forest to teach Tremaine Branch that stealing is whack, and that the true ops are guys looking for firewood. And then then I finished the ep with both trees shopping in Tree VS. and then Tremaine answers a call on speaker. And then he just says, just kidding, and it freezes. After, him and the Given Tree kind of lock eyes and do kind of like a ha-ha type thing, like they used to in movies and shows like that way. All right, well, that's definitely the most elaborate, definite lie that you somehow managed to make up on the spot. That is the craziest, most racist script of all time. Hey, don't jump the gun. You haven't heard my script about the superhero Penis Girl that uses her master of disguise to an ability to appear like a lady at moments to sneak into bathrooms to go to the bathroom. And the true source of her power is in her penis. And the right-wing fanatics they just start learning that they could harness that power, and they start trying to eat the penises of trans girls. Because someone heard on Rogan that trans girls' penises have more nutrients and testosterone than any other source. Anyway, so you gotta watch out, because then there's a Shyamalan twist in there, because there becomes a proxy war against the United Midget Emirates and their tiny Lamborghinis and cute little mansions. Okay, well you can just 86 that one. Oh yeah, you did tell me two show ideas. This didn't stand up, but I guess you could use it. But tell them your two show ideas that you were telling me about. These are legitimately pretty good. All right. First of all, this is this is a. I mean, this is kind of silly, but yeah, it's a ship movie, and it's called Black Titanic. Okay, that yeah, I know what you're thinking. Don't worry about that. But the main character, the protagonist, Captain Maritime Jones. He breaks the ship color barrier, and actually the iceberg is just diamonds. It's a necklace or something. But Maritime Jones, I told you I can name characters with the best of them. Dude, Maritime Jones, that's one of the funniest things of all time. Yeah, I think you should make Black Titanic for sure. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm really into ships lately. And then yeah, then there was also you heard of the true crime shows Snapped, where it's like the whole premise is like these bitch wives drive their husbands to murder. It's pretty much what I've picked up from it, but I mean it could be. I mean, yeah, they eventually just snap, or no, they snap. I can't remember. Somebody snaps. Okay, so maybe they're snapping. So the husband drives them to snap. But so mine's like the opposite. So it's like this is when like the this is when the bitchy wives drive the husband to act, and it's the show's called "Cut My Wife in Two Pieces," and then yeah we made a deal with Papa Roach to have that as the theme song. Cut my wife in two pieces. This is my last resort. I'm gonna kill the kids too and hide them in an oil drum or some sort of well. Anyway, so yeah, I reached out to Papa Roach, and they're loosely attached, let's say. But yeah, Cut My Wife into Pieces is a pretty good show. I mean, yeah, that is incredible. See, I mean yeah, I don't know. I mean, you might want to not have some not racist stuff in your set, but I mean, you got some classic bits in there. I mean, you got Hitler as Chris Rock. Holocaust. You talking about a Holocaust? You don't got a Holocaust. Um, yeah, there's some funny stuff in there. I mean, you got. I mean, I gotta say overall, I'm pretty impressed. And yeah, then you got to deal with also people. Does anybody throw? Do you think somebody's gonna try to throw in a shoe at you again? Yeah, they should know better. They see my cat-like agility. There's no way it's gonna. Well, I might be a little bit slower now, but I mean, I'm training for people throwing shoes at me all the time. I welcome it. Well, don't say that, 'cause somebody will throw a shoe at you. Depends what kind of shoe. All right, that's fair. I think you only had two people talking about you doing 9/11. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch to prepared about the war criminal and war crook and doing 9/11. But I'm trying not to address it if I can avoid it. Um. All right. Well, this was a fun one. Um. Do you got any final thoughts? Anything about the stand up or that you were thinking about, or any plots on the Maritime Jones, or I mean anything? No, I mean I can't really think of anything for the most part. All right. Well, it sounds good to me. Yeah, it would. And it also sounds good too. The space devil is back. I popped in from space through a wormhole. I wanted to say that I really enjoyed their racist material. Although I am a space devil and don't understand fully the human way of life. I Something about race really resonates with my bad side. I found myself enjoying that, which is something that I never do. Usually I'm preoccupied with things that are bad and happening in space. There's usually some sort of asteroid or some kind of new kind of plasma black hole that's sucking in a star or some sort of quasar, pulsar, some sort of galaxy is colliding with another galaxy or something even scarier that you don't know about. Space is scary and bad, and I am in charge of it. I'm the space devil. I'm the space devil. The earth is flat. Or is it? I'm the space devil. I do have the answer, but you don't know what it is. I know what shapes the planets are. I can control alien hordes. And there's one that's gonna consume your planet soon. The mothership is on its way. All right, Space Devil. Just want to say I enjoyed that steering up and really liked this episode of the podcast. I really enjoyed it from space. I'm gonna get back to my star house, and I will be bad in space. Also, I have some food in a crock pot, a bad space crock pot. It's gonna be delicious. All right, I will see y'all later. Space Devil. Goodbye. Goodbye.
I honestly, say, hey guys, what's up? I had to pop in. I got insanely, I got FOMO, homo, Hideo FOMO. And then I heard the other devil and popped in. I was like, hey, why can't I'm not? I mean, I'm just drowning in paperwork. I got complaints. I've got a whole mutiny on my hands. So if the second I had a chance to get out of the office and pop in here to talk damn devils, I decided I would do that. So yeah, also I want to piggyback on what the space devil was talking about. I mean, well, some of it. I mean, you want to talk about spouting nonsense? He's talking crazy, isn't he? That's a crazy. Space devil is honestly, that's a bad hombre. Actually, he has no care. He does not care a fuck. I'm legitimately scared of him. Don't tell him I said that. But so I just want to say, yeah, I love the racist stuff. I I think you should do the opposite of Patrick's advice. I think you should maybe lean into doing worse stuff. Maybe expand the whole thing to like a theme, like a Hitler show. Invite Kanye on, wear swastikas, be a Nazi. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could see if I can get Hitler out of his torture thing. Maybe he can do some sort of Hitler goes to Hitler type thing. But it's gonna be tough because we kind of have, you know, the grave of the soldier with the eternal flame. That's kind of what it's like for Hitler in hell with perpetual torture. It's kind of never stops. So it's kind of tough to get him a break for him to. But I mean, I'm in charge of everything. I'm in charge of the bad guys, so I can probably make it happen if I can. Yeah, I could probably swing that because I'm the CEO of things that are evil. You know what I mean? I'm bad. And I'm very very convincing. And you can eat that tin can right there. Can I have that tin can? I haven't had anything to eat all day. I've been arguing with Jared Fogle. He's not even dead. I had to pop in that prison to remind him of a deal that he made, and then I got tangled up in his giant pair of pants, his fat pants. I got engulfed by him, and I got trapped in him for a extended period of time, and it was very traumatizing. So I really hope that he gets stabbed by somebody. So that guy sucks. And Subway sucks. It's like, why don't you go eat Italian BMT, you dumb pedophile. Got him. Okay, well, it's me, the real devil. The space devil made me jealous. I wanted to pop in, and that's about it. That's all. We'll see you next. I'll see you next. I'll try to pop in every once in a while. But you guys had a great episode. Really loving the cast. It's really very offensive, and I'm a big fan of it. So hopefully this riles some people up. And I think you should make that trans movie about them eating the trans girls' penises. I love it. It's real good stuff. Gender's real hot right now, so you should look into that. And the other devil on the shoulder also agrees that you should, yeah, maybe do the trans girl penis thing, but also make it some sort of school shooting as well. So maybe look into marrying those two ideas into one super plot. So just something to think about. All right. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go pop back into moderately climated hell. I mean, I might have to even put pants on. It's getting chilly down there. Okay, I'm out of here. Goodbye. My hooves are shivering.
All right. There you have it. A nice little way to sneak in at the very end. Space Devil and Real Devil. And W, it was a pleasure. It was a good episode. It was fun. I'm glad we could workshop some of the stand-up stuff. I'm not happy about the route we were taking on, but I mean, you're not a... Yeah, what are my ways? No, you're not. Yeah, what are my GPS? No, you're not GPS. Yeah, what am I, MapQuest? No, you're not, no. What am I, Yahoo Maps and Google? Okay, all right, I'm out. I got some stuff to do, but yeah, I'll holla. Don't say I'll holla. Say less, twin. This has been part 2 of the Webcast and Mass Discussions. Say less, twin. Hey, twin, stop saying that. All right. Sorry, I gotta go. I got boo things on the other line.